And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, guys. Here we go. We got another pre-season friendly as Rangers go away to Blackpool in Rangers' second pre-season match. Hopefully this one won't get cancelled because of floodlights. But look, Rangers, as I say, back again. Second pre-season match against Blackpool away from home. Some of the scenes down in Blackpool at the moment, everyone enjoying themselves. Is looking like a decent turnout there by the Rangers support, as always. Wearing an Ajax Amsterdam shirt for a very, very good reason, and I will tell you why. Basically, last night, of course, well, I'm going to go through it in a minute. We are going to talk about Calvin Bassey, of course. Last night, Calvin Bassey was subject to a £19 million bid from the Dutch champions and has been left out of the team. So he's not in the starting lineup today. He's not in the... so he's not in the starting lineup. He's not on the bench there either, which makes a huge, huge hint as to what could be happening. As I say, Ajax apparently have made a bid. Same with Brighton. Brighton made a £16 million bid. Ajax have made a £19 million bid. And reports that Manchester United, Arsenal may be interested in the player as well. But it's Ajax who have taken action with the highest bid. It looks like Rangers are probably going to hold out for a bit more cash. But what a move for a player. Look. You don't want to see your best players ever leave the football club. But when, when that sort of money's being talked about, £25 million for a player that was bought for 250k in Scottish football, unfortunately, it just how it is. You've got to sometimes take that. A lot of people make the point that Bassey has had a good sort of 6 months, which is very, very true. And I think he's a fantastic player. But in football, if you can capitalise on a deal of that magnitude, you've got to take it. You can't begrudge Rangers for doing it. But if it happens... hopefully it'll be around £25 million. But for the player, what a move that is. I know there's certain sides... I've always been so vocal about Scottish teams, sort of Rangers, sort of Celtic, losing players and going to bit part teams down in the Premier League just because of the money. We've seen Joe Aribo go to Southampton. Are Southampton a bigger club than Glasgow Rangers? Absolutely not. No way near. Are Everton a bigger club than Glasgow Rangers? Absolutely not. But I think Ajax are a mammoth of a club. And when you're talking about Barcelona, AC Milan, Bayern Munich and stuff like that, I do put Ajax in that conversation as well. Yes, they play in a poor league, but the size and caliber of that club is massive. And what a platform they can give Calvin Bassey if that's the team he indeed goes to. I'd be really, really happy for the player. If he did go to Ajax, I really would. It's better than going down to the Premier League. But guys, let me know your thoughts on the whole Calvin Bassey saga at the moment in the live chat. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. There is a bit of football to be played, but the breaking news, of course, is that Calvin Bassey is not in the team. As there is reports that he is currently negotiating a deal there with maybe Ajax Amsterdam. Let's have a little look in here. Rangers will be fine. One man does not make a club. Exactly. I agree there, Daryl. I agree with you there that time. Where is everyone? Come on, guys. Come on down there below. Where are you? Where are you? Let me know down there in the live chat. I'm excited for this one. Rangers versus Blackpool in the next pre-season match. Hopefully, this one doesn't get cut off. Good to see Stephen Forsyth. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're well. I'm all good. Hope you are all well too. If Bassey does go, wow, what do you want Rangers to spend the money on? Derek Muir says, Ajax are a huge club and 19 mil is nowhere near the value. No. That's the opening bid, buddy. That's the opening bid. I don't think Rangers are going to accept that. They're in negotiations. I think they'll get their 25 million euros that Rangers are wanting. And if a bidding war comes out here, that could be interesting because Ajax will get blown out of the water if those two big boys come in, Manchester United and Arsenal, because you know the money that they've got. They could get blown out of the water. But I think in development-wise, Bassey to go to Ajax is a very, very good move. Personally, as a player, for me, you don't get bigger than Glasgow Rangers for me. Unless you go to Man United, Liverpool, Chelsea, maybe Arsenal, you don't get bigger than that. But Ajax Amsterdam are a colossal size of a club, and I know they play in a poor league. But they're in the same sort of boat with Rangers and Celtic in terms they're massive in this sort of league, but they're huge. If you know your history of football, you know Ajax Amsterdam and what they're all about. And I think if Bassey went to Ajax and Rangers got compensated in the right way, I think that's a great move for both parties. I really, really do. I think in terms of what Bassey's development will get, I think 2-3 years time you could see him in a Barcelona shirt, in a Bayern Munich shirt, you could see him playing in a Juventus shirt. And I think taking it away, obviously you don't want to lose your best players. I certainly don't want to see Bassey leave. I love Bassey, but thinking as for a player and his personal thing, that could be a move you could not turn down, I don't think, especially if Rangers are getting compensated. I think that move will take you to the heights of European football. Let's have a little look who we got in here. I'm going 4-0, says Daryl. We need a new keeper ASAP, says Daz. Ross Walker says, going to need 2 players to replace Bassey, a centre-back and a left-back. Yeah, we'll get into that one. If Rangers are getting 25 million quid, I don't see Rangers spending that on 2 players. They won't. But yeah, left-back is definitely needed in the centre-back. I'm happy with Suter, and I am happy with Goldson, but Suter has a bad injury record, and I know you've got to give the guy a fresh start, and look, it might be in the past now for him, but you can't hang your hat on Suter for 60 games a season. You just can't. So another centre back is needed, I think, for Rangers. And yeah, Barisic, I mean, sometimes he's pretty inconsistent. I haven't been overly impressed with Barisic over the last season, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. I know that will get a bit of hate down there in the live chat, but I've really not been that impressed with him. I'm not going to lie. He's been okay, but nah, not for me. Not for me. I'm going either 9-0 or 10-0 against Blackpool. I don't think so, man. I mean, I think Blackpool are a decent side. And remember, it's only the second game of pre-season. I wouldn't say 9 or 10-0, man. That's brutal. Let's have a little look here a second. But for me, as a fan of 2 secs, anyone got IPTV? Rangers game isn't up there yet. By the Rangers board. If it isn't Daryl, it's a disgrace. I want the record fee to be beat. I mean, it's a lot of money, though. 25 million quid is a lot of money, especially if Rangers get Champions League as well. That's some good dosh there. Some good dosh going back in there. 3-0 to the Jers, says Mark McGregor. Yes, boy. I'm going 4-0 Rangers. Guys, keep getting them score predictions down there below. I'm just waiting for the game to start. I'll go through some of the team lineups as well. So I might have to get a backup stream because my IPTV isn't showing up with the game just yet. Which is annoying. I'm going 4-0 Rangers. Yeah, but so you also got to remember it's still the second game of pre-season. There's a second. I say it's basically the first game of pre-season because that 45 minutes was not much, was it? It was a little run out. That's all they got. So let's see. Suter is a risk. Needs someone who can step in front of him. Suter's very, very good. I don't like sometimes the disrespect that Suter gets. I think he's a really, really good defender, but I definitely agree with everyone in the live chat in terms of that he is... I know he's a Rangers player, but let's be perfectly honest. He is made out of Weetabix, isn't he? He does get injured quite a lot, and I really want him to succeed, and I really hope he can have a full season, but you can't hang your hat on him for a whole campaign, especially with European games added on top of that as well. You need another centre-back. I think, yeah, another centre-back, another left-back I think Rangers need, and I think another striker, Another striker. Antonio Scholak looks good, but bring in another one just in case, because can't be taking these chances. Stuttgart. I follow Blackpool. No, it's fucking Blackpool. Has anyone used SMTV in the live chat, guys? Anyone use SMTV? Because it's not on Premier Sports. It's on the Rangers link. I'm down on Scottish football. It's not actually on there right now. I'm new to the IPTV world, guys. Absolutely love it. I've been not avoiding it, but I've always sort of just not bought it. But honestly, the best purchase I've ever made in my life. You can get if you can get IPTV troops or SMTV, the one that I've got, man, 50 quid a year, absolute every channel. I probably shouldn't be promoting that here on the channel, but man, if you can get somebody to hook you up with it, it's absolutely amazing. Honestly, the best thing I've ever bought. Dan, I'm sort of doing what you're doing with a group called Hawaii the Lads TV, Newcastle United. Man, that's so cool, Stephen. Man, I'll give you a little link. I'll give you a little subscribe, mate. That'd be cool. It'd be good to see what you do there. Lineups, yeah, mate. Sorry, I'll go through the lineups now. I'm sorry, I'm just pissing about at the second. Give me a sec. Yeah, so Blackpool. No, their lineups now. Let's go on Twitter. He's gone. Lewandowski's gone. I'm getting sidetracked here. Yeah, Lewandowski's gone to Barcelona. That's confirmed, by the way. Rangers, here we go. Let's have a look. Representing Calvin Bassey. McGregor in goal, Tavernier, Goldson, Sands, Barisic at the back. In the midfield is Kamara, Jack, Lundstrom. Up top is Scott Wright, Ryan Kent and Antonio Cholak. Of course, it's a pre-season friendly, so there can be some more substitutions. McLaughlin, McCrory, Davis, Lawrence, Suter, Mantondo, Katic, Zawoski, Kelly, Arfield, Middleton, McCann, King, and Devine. So, yeah, expect some changes at half-time. It could see first appearances from John Suter and Matondo, along with Lawrence as well. Big breaking news is that Calvin Bassey is not in the team, guys. Yeah, obviously, if you're not up to date with it, Ajax have put in a £19 million bid. I don't think that's going to be accepted. I think that's the opening offer. I think Rangers are looking for closer to 25 million euros, so it's said there. So that's about 22 million pounds. So let's see what happens there. But so far, we don't know what's happening there. Why is this not coming on just yet? The Rangers RTV. I'm on the Rangers TV link now, but it's not actually showing right now. 2 secs. Let's have a look and follow Blackpool. Blackpool got one there. Let's have a look. Okay, well, this is annoying. If Barca can't afford to pay their players, then how are they getting Rafinha and Lewandowski? Mate, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. That's it. It seems dodgy though, doesn't it? Not sure how they're buying these sort of players. I wish I was in that much debt and could still do business like Barcelona, man. Jesus me. EPG's not available for this TV. Come on, man. What the hell? Live TV. I was just going to say, I was literally just hyping up IPTV saying it's the best thing ever, but I can't actually get a link for this game and kickoff is in about 2 minutes. Sean Maxwell, good to see you, mate. Rangers A versus Rangers E, says Daniel MC. Aribo is in from Gabby, used to play for Villa and said he went for 14.8. Bassey will go for over 30 million. If Barca can't... yeah. 3-1 Blackpool, says Marty. He's optimistic that Blackpool are going to win. Have we got any Blackpool fans in here? No? No, I don't think so. Barca swap chairmans. Yeah, but they're still skint. I think they owe Frankie de Jong a crap ton of money. That's what I've heard anyway. I could be wrong, but I'm sure they owe loads of people money at the moment. I've got the game up ready to go anyway, troops. Oh, the Rangers fans in absolute sound. So many in attendance for the Jazz. Always love Rangers on pre-season. No one really matches it, does it? Here they come. Players coming out here against Blackpool. Rangers in the royal blue. Blackpool in orange. And yeah, we're about to get underway for this cracker. Atmosphere is loud here. Rangers fans all travelling down there. Not sure if I like the sight of McGregor in goal. I'm not going to lie. Hopefully he's not the main man going into next season. I love McGregor, don't get me wrong, but I think I'm with the boys. Oh, I think I'm with the group of fans that are more into kind of wanting a new goalkeeper instead of carrying on with McGregor. McGregor great for in around the training ground, but I think I'm after another goalkeeper now for this season. Maybe like a... Yeah. Aidenbert says, I'll give Rangers a good bet and say 2-0. De Jong owed 14 million pounds. Yeah, God knows what's going on with them lot, man. Barca are mental. But yeah, Lewandowski, breaking news is that he's just signed for Barca. That's mental as well. Lewandowski, I'd love to see him play out there, to be fair. I do like Barca, don't get me wrong. But yeah, they shouldn't have this rule that they can just spend all this money and they're in that much debt. It's mental. It's on live events. Yeah, I'm on live events now, but I've got the game up on my laptop, but it's not coming up on my sports events. It's not coming up on my other one just yet. On the IPTV. I'm still new to this IPTV stuff. Love it though. Absolutely love it. I'm not going to lie. Where we go? Where is it? Live events. Let's go. Sports. No, because I went down to the Rangers link, but it's not on there for some weird reason. Scottish football. Rangers. Nah, it's not coming. It's all right. I've got it on the laptop here anyway, troops. But we are underway. Rangers are going to get started from left to right. Blackpool going from right to left. Rangers in their royal blue. Blackpool in their sort of orange jersey. And we are underway here in Blackpool. Rangers going from left to right, as I said, and Blackpool going from right to left. Is that Rangers Twitter notifications? Get them off because they are going to be doing my nutting. Get that off. None. Happy days. Yeah, guys, hit the like button if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button. I'm looking forward to this match. I've been looking forward to all week. Celtic drew 2-2 against Blackburn earlier on. I did catch a bit of it. I couldn't do a stream for the game, unfortunately, due to other work commitments this morning. But, yeah, I did catch a bit of it. 2-2, I think it was. Ball forward here from Rangers again. I think Celtic played 4 games now pre-season. Rangers only played half a game. So hopefully it works all right. Ball forward again now here from Rangers. All the way over to Tavernier. Here's Connor Golton. Connor Golton pushing forward here for Rangers. Rangers in over the top. Here's another chance for Glasgow Rangers down that left-hand side, and Blackpool just clearing it away. Here's Lundstrom. Lundstrom forward once more. Rangers just out to that left-hand side. Can they get started here with the brightest possible start? Ball forward down that left-hand side is an opportunity now, and that's the offside flag up there. And that's going to be a free kick here to Blackpool. Mine comes with a built-in VPN. I need to sort that out, to be fair. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, the VPN. That's right. I have got a VPN on here, actually. I must... Yeah, because it's not working for some reason. Honestly, you don't know how so excited I am for this I only bought it literally... I'm late to the party. I literally bought it last week. Honestly, the best thing ever. I was watching Canadian Premier League the other night. That was... It was quite good. Just sat there watching a bit of Canadian Premier League. Then I think I was on the MLS Roundup as well, watching all that. Just watching so much football. Ball forward there from Lundstrom again. Lundstrom down that left-hand side. Here's another chance for Rangers. Rangers dominating possession here so far in the opening sort of 3 minutes. Here come Rangers over the top. Kamara, Lundstrom. Jers moving forward once more as they look to try and find a way. Nice little pass there from Scott Wright, and again just blocks there by Blackpool. Blackpool down that right in Kent. Ball goes out. David Connor says Glasgow Rangers. Pretty sure it's the Rangers these days. I like the sound of Glasgow Rangers better, man. Here comes Kent. Kent down that left-hand side. I think it's important to keep Kent... there's a lot of talk that he will be signing a new contract. I don't think Rangers can afford to let more than... If Bassey's going to be the next guy to go, I don't think Rangers can afford to let any more go. Oh, here come Blackpool now. Good chance for Blackpool. And that one goes over the bar. Yeah, as I was saying, I don't think Rangers can afford to let another player go. So if Bassey goes and Aribo goes, then I think that's done for the summer. The club shouldn't be letting any more players go, unfortunately. Out of the two, I'd rather have not Bassey have went. But it is what it is. Especially if you're getting offered that amount of money, you sometimes just got to say yes. But it's important. And, I trust the Rangers board. I do trust them, in terms of when they do get money, they do reinvest back into the squad. So it's important that they do reinvest in it. And I don't want that £20 million going on Edmonton House or anything like that. I want to see it getting invested back into the playing squad. Get a few more gems. Yes, there's going to be some duds. But yeah, just do that business model. I love the idea of just taking some players from Leicester's academy, from West Ham's academy, from all these academies that they aren't making it or not getting game time. Bring them up to Glasgow for a development fee, like Joe Aribo was done, like Bassey was done, and just play them for a couple of years and then get them sold. I think that's important. Steven says, you absolutely love your football as much as I watch a lot of sport. Yes, mate, I do love I love football, man. I'm a student of the game, if you want to put it. Some players call themselves a student of the game. I like watching all sorts of matches. Like, I'll sit and watch the Eredivisie and these sort of leagues as well, and even the Belgian Pro Division sometimes if it's on. I'll watch it. It doesn't bother me. I like the game. I just like football, man. But of course, watching the Rangers, the best game you can watch though is Rangers, of course. Here's Scott Wright, Goldson forward again. Rangers moving over the top. Rangers dominant this 5 minutes though. Looking sharp. Passes looking very, very good. How embarrassing is that for English football? More Rangers fans there in there than Blackpool fans. It's just different. It's a different sets of fans, though. I don't think you can put Blackpool in that same comparison as Rangers. I think when you're talking of Rangers, you're sort of comparing the fan base with your Chelseas, your Arsenals, and those sort of teams, not Blackpools. You can't compare Rangers to those sorts of sides. Blackpool probably on like sort of comparison with, I don't know, like Kilmarnock or Hibs or something like that. Blackpool just playing out from the back. Over the top, down that left-hand side. Ball goes out of play. Now, I did watch a bit of Scottish football the other night, the League Cup. It was quite a good game, to be fair. I don't try and find myself watching League Cup matches, the group stages. But I watched that Kilmarnock versus Partick game the other night. It was quite good. It was Tony Weston. He came on for a bit. Went down to penalties. It was a decent little win there for Partick. Well, it was a draw on the night, but they got to penalties and won there on penalties. It was quite good. But there's a lot of Rangers boys just gone on loan there. There's Tony Weston just gone there. Somebody else who's just signed for Partick as well. So keeping an eye on them this season. The Jazz boys going for it. I love it. Steven says, love my football, rugby and motorbike racing. I was at the MotoGP and I really got into MotoGP. I like the F1. I do like the F1 actually. I'm a fairly new fan to the F1. I've only recently got into it, but MotoGP does excite me quite a bit when it's on. I don't know anything about it though. Here come Rangers again down that left-hand side. Another chance for them again. Blackpool now on the ball. And that's cleared away there again. So who's looking forward to the start of the season? Let's talk a bit about someone's call it the Rangers, Glasgow Rangers, call it whatever. But who do you think Rangers need to sign now? Let me know down there in the live chat. Who do Rangers need as their next sort of signings? I think there's 5 signings been brought in. It looks like 2 are going out. I know some people don't want to accept the fact that Bassey's going. He's gone, I think. He's been left out of the squad today. He's gone. I think he's going to Ajax. But who do you think Rangers now need to bring in? How much more business do you want to see? I'm going for a left-back, a centre-back and a striker. I know people maybe saying the Rangers got enough at striking options, but look, if Morelos is just coming back from injury, it might take him a little bit of time to get up to speed. Can you rely on just Antonio Sholak? I think another striker, get him in there. Kemar Roof, again, you can't hang your hat on him. He's constantly injured as well. Another centre back just to get in there. Although I'm quite I'm quite against bringing in a centre back just because I think King might be good enough to play a couple of games. You don't want to block his development. From what I seen of him last season, I think he looked really, really good and mature for his age in terms of the way he plays. So I think maybe sit back on the centre back because I think King could play a part next season. But definitely a left back. I do think Barisic comes and goes in his song that everybody gives, but I think he needs to, consistency wise, especially last season for me, Barisic didn't cut the mustard. So I think another left back, if Bassey does go, is needed. And then another striker. So maybe a centre back, but I think King might be good enough, to play some games should Suter get injured. Here comes Blackpool down that right hand side. Ball forward now for them as they look to try and create a chance. And a goalkeeper, somebody's saying as well. I agree with that one, Chris, to be fair. Goalkeeper, definitely. We had to expand the stadium, John Bennett said last summer. Wouldn't mind Cole Palmer, but we need 2 defenders, left back and centre back. I would love if Bassey goes. They don't sign a left back because Barisic is rubbish. I mean, it's a bit harsh to say Barisic is rubbish. I think he's a good player, to be honest, but he's just inconsistent. I do agree with you there. I think he's a bit... Well, there was... Last season, he was fantastic. Not last season, the season before, he was fantastic, but just last season, he just showed a bit of inconsistency for me. When he was playing against Celtic, I didn't like the way he was sort of carrying himself on the pitch, especially that 3-0 defeat. There was something about his game that I didn't like. I didn't like his attitude in that match. So, inconsistent. I think another left back. But here come Rangers again. We got enough strikers. The new boy from Bayern is a striker. Don't know why folk are going about him being an attacking midfielder. I think he did say it was an attacking midfielder, but if he's a striker, then I'll take your word for it. Here's Tavernier. Tavernier down that right-hand side now here for Rangers. Chance for Kolak. Tavernier again. Sholak trying to hold up the play, and that's cleared away. I'm a Rangers fan, and BB is rotten, says A. Take you 10 years to get planning permission from that awful mob people, the Glasgow Council. Yeah, I think Rangers is hard to make a stadium extension just because of the way the position is. Because you don't want to... There is a bit of space if you go back the way, but the ticket office would obviously get knocked down a tiny bit. But obviously you can't... It's quite a difficult one. It would take a lot of money. But then an easy way, I think, of making the stadium expand a bit is the corners, fill them in. But then you'd have to make more of a curved sort of... curved in the corner areas. So take away the TVs. If you know, I'm trying to explain it, but you know what I'm on about, whether there's like blank spaces in the corners. Here's Blackpool now with a chance, and that's well defended there by Rangers. Oh, good chance there by Blackpool. One over the bar. And that's cleared away. And that goes out for a goal kick here for Rangers. Rangers lineup, please. Yeah, I'll go for it now quickly. It is McGregor in goal. Tavernier, Goldson, Sands, Barisic at the back. In the midfield is Kamara, Jack, Lundstrom, Scott Wright, Kent and Sholak. And then on the bench, of course, is McLaughlin, McCrory, Davis, Lawrence, Suter, Mantondo, Katic, Zorowski, Kelly, Arfield, Middleton, McCann, King and Devine. So there's your thing. Andrew Price says nothing wrong with Ibrox. No, nothing wrong with Ibrox. But I'm saying if Rangers want that extension, then I'm just saying a way of making a bit of an extension without drastically changing the stadium is filling in the corners. You could probably get a few more thousand seats put into the stadium. But again, I'm no architect, so I could be chatting absolute rubbish. And yeah, I could be chatting garbage, so don't take that for gospel. Did we sign Tillman? Yeah, Rangers signed Tillman last night, mate. Yeah, that's right. Malik Tillman. He's no left winger, mate. He's a striker. He plays across the front areas, but he's a striker with no pace. That's why we pushed him to attacking mid. Wing for possession for the youth team. There's Goldson. Goldson along that left-hand side here again is John Lundstrom. Lundstrom into Sholak. Rangers just trying to work their way through this Blackpool defence. But again, just clear away there by Blackpool. Daniel says, I think they would look at building on top instead of outwards. Yeah, but it's hard. It is difficult. I do understand. I do see why it can be quite difficult for an extension. I think Celtic could extend pretty easily. They just have to stick another thing on top of their main stand, I think. Whereas Rangers is pretty difficult, I think. Andrew Price says we don't need. Debatable. I mean, season tickets have sold out once again. Like, I think there's always a scope for an extension, for sure. Unless Rangers move to a new stadium, we would have no clue where to move to. Cracking players nonetheless. Anybody seen from Dortmund in the Europa? Didn't realise he was so young. Absolute wild stats from the youth team. I've not seen him, mate. Fill in the corners is easily done. I tried to get a season ticket, but wasn't even close, so the demand is there. No, demand is definitely there. Demand is definitely there. I think you easily get away with another 10,000 seats. I really do. I really do. I think another 10,000 seats would be good. But again, it's just how do you go about extending the stadium? It's hard. But yeah, filling the corners could be a good start to try and get a few more thousand seats in place, but we'd see if that ever happened. Either way, it's a return on investment because you're going to make more money. So even if you spent a few million, it might cost a bit more than that, but a few million to try and extend the stadium, as I say, a return on investment, you're going to make more money in the long run. Here comes Lowry. Losing the ball again. Now here come Blackpool down the left-hand side. Ball down that left-hand side now here for the home side. Ball into the area. Chance for them and cleared away there again by Kamara. Rangers fans making a racket here in Blackpool. Love to see it. The flares are out and there's a header there from Blackpool as that goes behind the goal and goes out for a goal kick here for Rangers. Not too happy with the buyback clause, but I've been told we can set the price. There you go. Smart business from Bayern, though, to be fair, because if he instantly becomes like a... It's them protecting one of their assets, you know, or protecting themselves. Because if he becomes like a Bassey, then at least they get first dips on it. So from their side of things, it's quite good business. $100K seater, Dan, says Davey Kennedy. I mean, definitely for the big games, but I don't see 100,000 turning up for Ross County. I can't see that one happening. But yeah, big games, I could see it happening. But Europa nights and all that. If the league was more competitive, I think Celtic and Rangers could do 100K. Yeah, I agree. If it was in the Premier League, maybe, then yeah. It's just those games in terms of the matches where it's against like Ross County on a Tuesday night where sometimes there is a bit of empty seats, but it's not that much. It's just probably season ticket holders that just can't be bothered. Oh, there's a chance for Rangers now, and again cleared away there by Blackpool. Goes out for another throw-in. Kamara was there. Goes back out for another throw-in now. Rangers now here for Tavernier. Tavernier down that right-hand side. Ball forward once more. Sebastian, Blackpool fan. Cheers for the commentary. No worries, mate. Good to see you. Blackpool. I remember the Blackpool in the Premier League, actually. Here got ball into the area now for Rangers. And again, cleared away there by Blackpool once more. Goes out for another corner kick here for Rangers. Chance for them. Can Rangers make anything of this corner kick here and set or get anything? Ball's going to be sent in from Borna Barisic and headed away there by Blackpool. On the follow-up by Rangers is Tavernier. Shot blocked there by Blackpool once more. And now it's going to come back to Rangers again. 126 games, 147 goals, 29 assists from a UCO in the youth team. If Rangers want a striker, I'm sure they would send him out to the famous. Really? Is that true? How old is he? Is that like under 16s? Oh, here's another chance now here again. And there's a blocked there by Blackpool. James Alexander says Ibrox used to hold 100,000. Yeah, but that's back in the days where everyone just used to cram in, didn't they? There was no TV either. It was everyone just pummeled in. Probably didn't even hold 100,000. They just crammed it in as many people you could back in them days. Poor pass there again from Rangers in the midfield as they're just trying to find a way through. But Blackpool back on the ball. Kamara winning it back for Rangers there in the midfield again. Now here comes Ryan Kent. Speaking of Ryan Kent, though, what is he going to be doing this summer? Is he going to be signing a new deal? He should be. From what I've read, it is pretty close with Ryan Kent. Also be interesting to see what happens with Big Alfredo as well. I said before, I think Alfredo is one of those guys that might actually stay at Rangers for the rest of his career. I could see if Alfredo signs a new contract, I could see him being at Rangers for the rest of his career. I really could. He will end up turning into a Nacho Nova and making a Rangers pub somewhere down on Paisley Road West. Ball sent down into the for another corner here for Rangers. 20 minutes played. Still 0-0. Cleared away there by Blackpool. Now here comes Ryan Jack again. Pull forward again. Rangers now here for Kamara. Golton. Golton over the top now here again. Here's Tavernier. Tavernier all the way back over to Kamara. Keeping possession nicely here, Rangers. Now is another way through. Kamara once again on the turn, beats his man. And now here's Tavernier. Tavernier, lovely pass picked out and just beat to it by Scott Wright. Nearly got to it, but well defended there by the Blackpool defender. The Rangers coming back again now here with Connor Golton. Golton, long ball into the area. Golton with a nice bit of skill and loses the ball, in fact. He gives it back to one of the Blackpool attackers and he goes the other way. Troops, if I can be cheeky of you, please drop the like on the stream. Hit the old subscribe button. And if you haven't got an El Buffalo shirt yet, guys, El Buffalo shirts, these are absolute bangers, man. Yeah, you can get one at purescottishfootball.com. Belters. Honestly, really good t-shirts, good quality. And big shout out to everyone who's already got one. But yeah, they're obviously modelled off Escobar. Pretty surprised no one tried to offer for Captain Tav. Glad though, nonetheless, his brother's on form, I think. The reason why is because he's 30 and these teams aren't going to see any sell-on value from Tavernier. So they're obviously buying him for the here and now, which is good. But, I mean, 10, 15 million pounds, which Rangers would demand for him. I think Tav will stay until he's 34, 35. I really do see that happening. Here comes Big John Lundstrom again. And he's caught offside there, and Blackpool win themselves a free kick. Blackpool play it out from the back once more. Nice little pass down that left-hand side. And now here's another chance. Do you reckon Rangers lack a bit of pace? I mean, it's the second game of pre-season. Well, I say second game. It's pretty much the first game. That half in Portugal was cut short at half time. I mean, it's hard to gauge. I'm not one of those guys that judges a pre-season, no matter who it is, because if you look at it, Rangers lost to Tranmere last year, but also beat Real Madrid. Real Madrid went on to win the Champions League. Rangers went to the Europa League final. So I don't judge pre-season games just now. I look at it as a glorified fitness or glorified training match just to get your fitness back up. There's a free kick there, I think one from Rangers. But pace-wise, I think that Mantondo could be really, really good. I really think he could be a decent signing. But hopefully he doesn't turn into a headless chicken, do you know what I mean? In terms of, you get these guys that are really, really pacey, but like Sakala, kind of no finished product. They kind of just run and run and run, but they don't ever do anything with the ball. Like Sakala, he's very, very good, like very, very quick, but his shooting's horrendous. And I'm not being horrible, but it is quite. His finishing article, his finished product, sorry, is really, really bad. Tavernier now with a free kick, and Rangers capitalise here in Blackpool. 24 minutes played. Ball into the box. There's a header from Goldson, and again, that goes out of play. I think comes off a blue jersey, and he's going to go out for a goal kick here to Blackpool. RFC 56 says, hopefully Mantondo will sort out the pace problems. You know what? As I say, he looks really, really quick, doesn't he? He does look quick. It'll be interesting to see how it works out. But I think Rangers need to keep on to the rest of their players. Now, if Bassey goes, they need to keep on to some of the boys, because you don't want to be replacing all these players in one transfer window. But yeah, Rangers dominant here in Blackpool so far, as it's sort of halfway through the first half. No goal yet, but they're getting closer. Nice pass there by Kent. You mean like Kent, no end product? I think Kent can be all right, but yeah, I mean, he needs to get some more numbers. I think that's the difference. That's why I think Kent will stay at Rangers, because I don't think, yeah, he's good, he's quick and all the rest of it, but he hasn't got really the numbers to warrant a really big move just yet. Matondo and Lawrence are rapid. That combined with Kent give us a deadly pace. I mean, I really want to see Tom Lawrence and Matondo in the second half, because I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and say that, oh yeah, I watched Schalke. I watched the Cercle Bruges or whatever they were playing last season. I mean, I've seen clips of Matondo. He looks good, but you know, I've never seen him in a game sense. Again, I've heard a lot about Tom Lawrence. I'm not going to again lie to you again. I'm not saying that I've watched him play. I've not. I've seen highlights of him. I've heard people talk about him. A friend of mine likes Derby, said he's a good player. So, you know, I take the word for that. So we'll see what happens. Here's another corner now, this time for Blackpool, as they send this one into the area. Oh, that goes wide at the post. Yo from Norway. Good to see you, Paul Stevenson. Hope you're well. Sakala would have been a top player if he started at a club like Rangers when he was younger. Kent has an end product. Okay, he didn't score enough last season in the SPL like everyone else. How is Haji's recovery progressing? Is he back into the squad? I think he's still a couple months left, to be honest with you. I'll be honest with you there, man. He's got a couple months to go. Haji, he's a nice player. He's got talent, but he's not good at reading the game. Could come. I mean, he's still... Is he young? I don't even know how Sakala is. 20, I think he's mid-20s, actually, you know. Sakala. He's 25. I mean, yeah, he's fairly young. Say that, I'm 25. I'm saying fairly young. Jeez. The Celtic score, I think it was 2-2. From what I watched the Celtic earlier, they went 1-0 down. I think I watched the end of the first half, and they looked really good, Celtic, in terms of... They looked sharp, but I didn't see the second half, so it must have went sort of downhill from there, did it? I mean, I'm sure Daniel will be able to enlighten. But when they were chasing the equaliser, Celtic looked really, really good. But I didn't watch the second half. I had work commitments. Here's Sands. Lundstrom. Sands again. Ball forward again. Now Blackpool back onto it. David Kennedy says, so much for Gerrard raiding the jers of the best players. I think Hadji will leave due to the game time, mate. I could see Hadji staying for a bit longer. I didn't think Gerrard was ever really going to raid the team. I think if there was going to be anyone, I thought it would have going to be the young boys like Patterson and Bassey. But apart from that, I mean, he has an open checkbook. The way that Aston Villa are going at the moment, they've got quite wealthy owners. So, you know, with respect to ourselves and stuff like that, he's going to try and shop a bit higher up in terms of player quality. If you have an open checkbook, then you're going to be shopping in like La Liga and Liga. There's a chance, and there's Scholak, and he gets his first goal for Rangers. It's 1-0. No, it's not. It's offside. But he did get the ball in the back of the net there, Antonio Scholak. He's not happy, but the referee, as I said, that's not going to count there for Rangers. And he doesn't get that opening goal for the Jets. Tavernier, lovely little pace. I think just caught offside there, though. I felt like he was on. I feel like he was on. I mean, linesman, seen it. It was very, 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 very tight. So, yeah. Everyone wants our players to be superstars, but then they cry Judas when they eventually leave for the Prem or whenever. Can't have it all your own way. Exactly. He changed the defense in the second half and it went to bits. I mean, yeah. This is why I don't take friendly scores as a thing, because you're playing loads of different players. It's not your strong 11 that you're going to be playing all the time. Here comes Kent. Again, try to play in Scott Wright there, but blocked by Blackpool once more. What end product does Kent got? Step overs, then win a pen. Fair enough. Can't complain about getting penalties, but he's the finishing of a newborn. We'll get absolutely no profit if Kent goes. Hope Hadji stays. He's class. Again, Kent might just be one of them players, like I said with Morelos, just stay at Rangers the whole of his career, because they're great for Rangers and great in Scottish football, but are they going to be able to do it at a higher level? I mean, I don't know. I think Kent probably could. I think Morelos is amazing, but I think Morelos wouldn't thrive at a Brighton or a Brentford where, you know, you don't get any chance. I don't think. Yeah, I think he needs to go. If he's ever going to move, he'd have to go to like a Porto or something like that. But I could see him staying at Rangers forever, honestly. Ball forward again now here for Rangers. Blackpool bringing down one of the Jazz boys, and that's going to go out for a free kick. Rangers will try and trash Blackpool. Oh, no bother. Blackpool is already trash. You know, one thing I've never been to is Blackpool. Never been to Blackpool. Never been. One of them places just never been to. Ball forward from Rangers again. Cleared away. Now finds a way through to Lundstrom. Again, no thing there. He'd suit Germany. Yeah, again, he could probably go to Germany, like a Dortmund or something like that. Here's Blackpool. And clears it away. And goes out of play. Guys, if you haven't already, hit that like button. We're closing in on 100 likes. Hit the subscribe button and all that good stuff as well. Really, really does help us out. I'm trying to have a little look at some of the other games on the TV. I've got it on the laptop, but I'd rather it on the telly there. But if it, here come Rangers again now with Galton. Galton forward. If Rangers don't get more for Bassey than they got for KT, then it's an absolute disgrace. The one ball comes in again now here for Rangers, another chance. The one thing I will say on the Kieran Tierney saga, though, as to why Celtic could demand more money, is because Kieran Tierney would never if Kieran Tierney had to stay at Celtic, he would have never kicked up a fuss. Do you know what I mean? Like, so Celtic could have literally rinsed every single thing without the player getting disgruntled. So that's where I think Celtic had that advantage of literally getting every single penny out the deal they could, because Kieran Tierney wouldn't kick up a fuss if Arsenal had pulled out. He would have just stayed there. He wouldn't have cared. But when you're talking like sort of Bassey, who's not a Rangers fan, let's be perfectly honest, and you're stopping him from going to a big move, and say 25 million euros has been offered, and Rangers are holding out for another £3-4 million, the player could start getting a bit disgruntled and try and force a move out. So yeah, it's always interesting to see it from that point. But yeah, definitely Kieran Tierney, yeah, didn't have to. 35 minutes played here. They're having a little break, I think, whilst they're trying to get the streak off the park here, Rangers and Blackpool. It's been in the news that Morelos sees Rangers as a stepping stone to the English Premier League. I think that's where he'll end up, but need a couple more seasons in Scotland, I think. Mate, he's 26, though. That's the thing. I know that's his stepping stone over the last few years, but no one's come in for him. Do you know what I mean? He's 26 now. Signs a new contract. That will probably take him to 30. Then when's he going to go to the Premier League? I don't think Morelos will score that many goals if he went and did a Crystal Palace move or a move like that. I think he has to play for a team that has a lot of the ball. Ten minutes to go till half time. Never heard a police siren on here until you moved to Scotland. It's because I literally live on a freaking main road. I actually see him. I don't know if I told you one of the stories. I was coming out of my apartment one day. I like to say apartment because you guys get triggered. You guys call it flat, I think. But yeah, I was coming out of my apartment the other day. I was with some friends, and one of the subscribers who watches the streams, he came up and said hello. So one of you subscribers knows where I live now. Knows exactly where I live, pinpointed. Can see someone of the teams here keeping close eyes on us, absolutely obsessed. Nowhere near Tierney, one of the best left backs in the world. Madrid put a £50 million bid in for him just before his latest injury. That's not true, John. In terms of the £50 million bid, that wasn't true. That was reports or rumours, but yeah, that never happened. I think Tierney's very, very good. I think he's very, very talented, very, very good left back, and I agree with you. One of the best, what could be one of the best left backs in the world. But as some of the people are pointing out here in the live chat, he's just so injury prone. He's constantly injured, so you're never getting a full season out of him. So that's what's probably stopping him from going to that next level. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're trying to bring Zinchenko in now, Arsenal. So that's a bit worrying, isn't it? You're bringing Zinchenko in. He's a left back who plays for Manchester City. So what's going to happen there then? I know Zinchenko is very, very versatile. He plays all over the park, but he primarily plays for left back under Pep. So it'll be interesting to see there what happens with Kieran Tierney. Alfie could beat McCoy's record if he stays and become a legend. Plus, I think his heart is in the club, or at least it seems to be. Well, he's like everyone. He's those sort of players. If a big money move comes in, and he'd be pushing for it, wouldn't he? But I don't know. Here's Blackpool again down that left-hand side. Into the area now is another chance for them. And just allows that one to go out of play. Good bit of play there by Blackpool, actually, there that time. Yeah, just couldn't get that one on target. Fast approaching half-time here, guys. There's another 7 minutes to go. Still Blackpool 0. Rangers 0. Here comes Lundstrom once more. Tavernier all the way down to that left-hand side. Another chance for Lundstrom. Hits it over the top again. Nice ball forward again. Here come Rangers again with Kamara. Kamara forward. Tavernier. Plays it alone to Borna Barisic. Borna Barisic forward here for Rangers again. Tavernier. Tavernier sends it in. Nobody there in a blue jersey for that one. And it comes off an orange jersey and goes out for a corner kick here for Rangers. Blackpool 0, Rangers 0. Rangers fans think because Celtic have big money for their players, then some Rangers players are worth more. It's ridiculous. You're off your heads. Bassey is nowhere near as good as Robertson. Robertson wasn't a Celtic player. Well, he was a youth player, but he never really came through at Celtic, though. No, right, okay, John. This is the way I say why Rangers should be demanding more for Celtic. So I think Celtic have paved the way in terms of getting the right money for their players. I think that's really, really good. They have, because I think Rangers over the years, they've been really, really poor business. Very, very bad business in terms of letting some of their best assets go for absolute pennies. But with Celtic, I do feel that they have paved the way in terms of Scotland. But the reason why I think Rangers should try and demand more for their players is because, yes, Kieran Tierney, great left back, Dembele, great striker, and rightfully so, they went for a lot of money, but they didn't do it in Europe. They did it domestically, but they didn't do it in Europe, i.e., yeah, you could say they did it in Champions League group stages, but they lost those games. But the Rangers players at Bassey performing on the highest stage against Borussia Dortmund, performing against RB Leipzig, Europa League final. These are really, really, really high levels. That's why I look at it as to say why they could demand a bit more, because they've done it on the European stage, and that's the difference why I look at it. But yeah, Celtic definitely have paved the way in terms of getting big fees for their players. So Rangers are so bad at business back in the day; they didn't know how to negotiate. Anyway, was it Waghorn went for 200k? A couple of years later, a season later, he goes for 16 million pounds. 15 million pounds or something like that. Horrendous with business back then. Dinky says it's time for letting players go, for pocket money is gone. Kenneth Morelos have 1 year left, and Aribo had 1 year left. Exactly. Yes, exactly, but then played it over 3-4 seasons. Bassey's had one good season. Bassey had 1 or 2 games in Europe. They need to prove it over 3 or 4 seasons. Well, you're as worth as much as someone's willing to pay. The fact is that Ajax have offered £19 million. So if Ajax have offered £19 million, then he's worth £19 million. If Ajax then make it a £25 million or these teams, then he's worth £25 million. You're worth what a team's willing to pay for you. Ball forward again there from Rangers, and that's cleared away there by Blackpool. Clubs can lowball Rangers because their financial situation, says Daniel MC. Pre-season is never a marker for the next game in the league. John, take a pill. Is Tierney better than left back? He certainly has a better final ball, etc. to do his credit. Done over a longer period of time than Bassey. And Bassey's younger as well, is he not? Bassey's just turned 22, is he not? Patterson, how many seasons? They didn't have that many seasons, to be honest with you. But they were buying more of a youth product. But either way, what I will say is that people are saying this player's not worth this much, or Bassey's worse than Tierney, then that's good business by Rangers. If Rangers can get £25 million for a player that's performed for 6 months, and I'm not going to disagree with you and say he's had a good 6 to 9 months. Let's be perfectly honest. But if Rangers can demand £25 million for a good 6 to 9 months, then Rangers are doing good business there, then, aren't they? Great tackle there by Blackpool as Rangers came in again. Ball into the area again now for Blackpool. Oh, chance to have it. Had to make a clearance. Did. And that goes out for a throw in here for Blackpool again. Bassey for me would be bonkers moving to Ajax, as that's a sideward step. The Dutch league, all right, it's technical than ours, but Ajax, now stay chap for a few more years as Chris D. Again, mate, I agree with what you're saying in terms of the league as a sidestep, yeah, but Ajax, I'm sorry, man, Ajax, I'm all for, I think going to Ajax is better than going to a Premier League team. I really do. I think, yes, you're playing in a lower league, but you're playing guaranteed Champions League football and they go to the quarterfinals now and then. But not only that, Juventus, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, all these sorts of big teams shop at Ajax. They're a tried and tested route to the highest echelon of European football. So for me as a player, I'm looking at it as, Rangers, if you're playing at Rangers and Celtic, you'll get a move to maybe a decent French team or a lower end Premier League team. But if you take that step to Ajax, have 2 good seasons, then you could be in a Barcelona shirt, you could be in a Juventus shirt, you could be in a Bayern Munich shirt in, as I say, 2 years' time, literally playing right at the highest level. So I don't think Ajax is a bad move. And Ajax as well, I think disrespected in the modern game. I think Ajax, there's not many bigger clubs than Ajax in world football. When you're talking of Bayern Munich and you're talking of you're sort of talking Bayern Munich, you're talking Juventus, you're putting Ajax in that same sentence because, yes, then they play in a poor league, but, 4-time European champions, their fan base is massive, and the development they have at their club is fantastic. So I think for a 22-year-old boy, I think that moving to Ajax is a very, very, very good move. I really do. Ajax just sold a guy for 45 million, can't we, with Bassey? Bassey for me... Dan, who do you think is better, Katie or Bassey? Kieran Tierney's a better left back now. That's fact. But potential, Bassey could be a better left back. Still younger, but we'll see what happens. Ajax signed a left back already. It's all talk. It's not talk. They're putting a £19 million bid for him. More competition in the Dutch league, plus Ajax have guaranteed Champions League. It's half time here, by the way, guys. 0-0. Yeah, on that conversation, as I say, I think mate, so many times we see boys like even for the Celtic fans in here, you see players go, you leave your club. Rangers and Celtic are massive, massive institutions. There's not many in the UK that are bigger than them as teams, right? But I'd rather lose a player for a decent fee than go to a bigger club, Ajax bigger club, than going to these sort of Brighton, Southamptons, Crystal Palace, these, let's be honest, like crappy English Premier League teams that aren't bigger. They just have the money. That's all they have. They just have the money. But going to Ajax, I think, is a good move for his development. I honestly think that. And people will disagree with that, and that's fine. But I think a good move for him. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go and grab some cheese on toast quick. I'll be back in a sec for half time. I'm starving, man. Probably going to get a wee Nando's tonight as well. Oh, starving. Absolutely starving. But yeah, guys, I'll get some tunes on. I'll be back in like 5:10, ready to go for the second half, troops, all right? Just give me a second. Sorry, I've just seen a ludicrous comment there from Daniel MC. Sorry, mate. I hate to burst your bubble, mate. I'm a realist in football, mate. No way a Glasgow Celtic bigger than Ajax Amsterdam. There's no way, man. You got to take off your green specs there, buddy. No way. Ajax Amsterdam. You got to be real. There's not many clubs that you could say, but Ajax Amsterdam are bigger than Celtic. Sorry, mate. I'm really sorry about that, to burst your bubble. Anyway, I'll be back in a second, guys. I just had to interfere with that one.
close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, 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 for you. Let the light shine through. sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, for you, for you, for you, for
Oh, sorry, guys. And oh shit, there we go. We're done with the music on. Yeah, guys, back again. Oh, lovely to see you. Been sitting on the sidelines there with the debate in regards to Ajax a bigger club than thing. I'll just put my 50 cents in there because I like to get involved in the debate. Look, obviously, everybody knows my allegiance in terms of football. But what I'm saying is, in terms of in a big club, right? I know people want to maybe make I suppose a mockery in a way. It's like, I'd say Ajax are bigger than both Rangers and Celtic. I really do think that. I think Ajax are in a conversation with Barcelona, maybe not to Barcelona, just under Barcelona, but I think they're in the conversation with Bayern Munich, and I think they're in a conversation with Juventus. So when you're talking about those two size of clubs, I think they're in a conversation with those two clubs there. I know the Dutch league is very, very poor, and I stand by that. I don't think it's that great. I don't think it's much better than the Scottish Premiership. I do think it's a bit better, but it's not much better. But you know, in terms of size of clubs, I don't think there's in the Premier League. Certainly, there's only probably two clubs that are bigger than Ajax. I would say Man United and Liverpool. I'd say Ajax are still bigger than Chelsea. I'd still say they're bigger than Arsenal. I'd still say they're bigger than Spurs, and they're definitely bigger than Manchester City. When it comes to Rangers and Celtic, I always put in the Premier League rankings. If I had to put them in the Premier League, I'd always say Man United, Liverpool bigger than Rangers and Celtic. I'd also say Arsenal were bigger. But they're on par, Rangers and Celtic on par with Chelsea, or just ahead of Chelsea in terms of size. And that's just how I calculate it. And how do I calculate a size of a club is sort of fan base, not so much money. Money's kind of irrelevant because then Manchester City and PSG would be the biggest clubs in the world. And then history as well. That's how I sort of base it. And I'm not talking fake fans. Yes, you can have an international fan base as well, but I'm talking the size of the club. So I do think Rangers and Celtic are definitely in the top 5 in terms of the UK. But I do think Ajax are ahead of Rangers and Celtic in terms of size. You've got to remember, the Netherlands is a country population. It's a small country with 17 million people in the country. And majority of them support Ajax. So there you go already. That's that most of their fan base there. But you got to know your history when it comes to football as well. You know, Johan Cruyff and what they created, that legacy, 4 European Cups. You know, I know it's, again, we're sort of in the modern age, but they're still a massive club. So yeah, sorry, rant over there, but I hope I haven't annoyed people. But you know where my allegiance is in terms of football, guys. And I would say Ajax are a bigger club, but I don't think in terms of Bassey is a stepping stone. I think it's a good stepping stone, a good move. Yes, the league's on par with the Scottish Premiership, but just to go into the shop window and be able to make that next step to go to Barcelona, to Bayern Munich, to Juventus. He could go there from Ajax. Whereas at Rangers, Rangers and Celtic aren't there yet in terms of selling to Europe's best. I think that will come in due course. But right now, Rangers and Celtic sell to sort of lower mid-table sort of Premier League teams, decent French sides, maybe some decent German sides, but not quite at the level where they sell to Juventus, Barca, Bayern, whereas Ajax have got that sort of level there. But that's just my opinion, guys, and that's how I measure them as a big club. Let's have a little look anyway. Let's Let's have a little look anyway. Yeah, that was just my opinion, but everyone's entitled to theirs in terms of the size. But anyway, second half has started, guys, and we're ready to go. What's everyone else saying on this subject? It's got nothing to do with the stadium size. It's about fans buying your merchandise and watching your games. Look up live views per game. Celtic do nearly double the views worldwide. 917,000 YouTube subscribers is a decent measurement on worldwide supporters. Support and success judge the size of the club, and Glasgow Rangers are the biggest in the world. Mate, I'm not disputing that anyway. You know, I'm just being kind of real, taking off the blue glasses with it. And Rangers are massive club. Same with Celtic, but you know, I think Ajax are bigger. That's just me being perfectly honest. If I'm just having that say that, and there'll be people in here that agree with me, and there'll be people who disagree with me. But I think if you asked everybody without asking Rangers, if you are without asking Rangers fans or Celtic fans, then the poll out with that fan base, most people would say Ajax, definitely. Corner now here to Blackpool. Oh, Blackpool, they're nearly with another chance. They're nearly scoring that goal. If Bassey does well at Ajax and gets a big move, massive teams like Arsenal, United, Dortmund, etc. would be less hesitant to buy from Scotland. That only can be good for us. Yeah, I think so. I think you want Bassey to go to a team like Ajax and do really, really well, because it would be good. I do think Scotland's on the rise. I know people hate to admit it, but without Rangers and Celtic both doing really well, it harms the league. Look, the Scottish Premiership's in a really, really good place at the moment. Now, hopefully, Hearts can start pulling their weight in Europe next season, and hopefully we're going to have a good league moving forward. You want it to be competitive. Let's be perfectly honest. You don't want 9s in a row and stuff like that. You do, obviously, for your team, you want a 9 in a row, of course, 10 in a row and all this sort of stuff. You do want that. Of course, you want your team to be successful. But if you take a step backwards and think, a competitive division is so much better for the league. It's going to get more players in, entertainment values better. And yeah, I just think last season was so exciting. It was just so exciting. Like, it was just so much fun to watch. And I think that's going to be the case again this year. It's going to go right to the wire. And hopefully, yeah, it'll be another cracking season. Has Bassey gone to Ajax then? No, not yet, but it's looking like the likely destination. Getting Bassey on the back of this bad boy. Nah, joking. John piped down, on the rise. Yeah, on the rise, but I don't think independence, man. Nah, fuck that, man. Why and how are Ajax bigger than Rangers? Well, why and how? Okay, so fan base is bigger. You like the history is bigger. In terms of Rangers, most successful in terms of winning trophies. But you know, you got to salute, you know, Johan Cruyff and all this. This made Ajax in the early days and stuff like that. Mate, and I don't really care for Ajax. Like, I'm just stating what I think's the truth. I'm not trying to I'm just stating what I think is the truth. Like, I'm not trying to stand up for Dutch football. I'm just, oh, what a goal! Rangers taking the lead here. Borna Barisic, what a fantastic finish. And Rangers finally take the lead. Great finish there by Barisic. Fantastic goal. Rangers 1-0 up here in Blackpool. Oh, fantastic finish there from Borna Barisic. Cracking goal. Loving it. Could Rangers be in safe hands now that Bassey's going? Christy. I'm not, mate. Mate. I know, mate. It's hard for me to have this conversation, like, about this, because don't worry, I've got the blue specs as well. I know this, but remove them, if you remove them and look at it from like an outside perspective, then that's where, I mean, I'm not trying to insult anyone. Why would I want to insult people from my own team? But I just think I'm stating facts when it comes to that. And I'll always defend, I'll always say Rangers are bigger than most people in the UK, most teams in the UK, out with Arsenal, Man U and Liverpool. But I can't and I won't say that they're bigger than Ajax, unfortunately. Better fan base, much better fan base than Ajax, yes, but bigger, no, unfortunately not. You got to remember there's 17 million people in the Netherlands alone. So even if 25% of them supported the club, then then you got a massive fan base there already who live in the country. Didn't really answer that, mate. Well, okay, so how mate, I don't like to say this, I'll have this debate, but here comes another chance now for Antonio Shalak. How are they bigger? Right, so fan base is bigger. So they got more fans. More sort of more European history. They won 4 European Cups. One of those being 1995. So if you want to look at it from that thing, most successful team in the Netherlands. But then again, I'm not making a thing for hardcore fans. I'm just saying as an overall fan base, In your thing, Dan, Man United and Liverpool are 2 biggest clubs in the world. There are only 2 clubs in the world are bigger than Celtic and Rangers in Britain, Liverpool and Man United. Yeah, that's what I said. Chris D says, I lived in Holland for... Mate, I don't even want to cause an outrage here. I'm just saying my opinion. But look. It's not going to change anything. It's not going to change anything there. I'm just saying, like... I think when you're speaking of Ajax, you're putting them in the same conversation as Bayern Munich and Juventus. I really do. I do think that. Rangers 1-0. The fans are going absolutely mental. But then again, what I'm going to say to you, though, who watches Dutch football? Not many people, but people in Holland. Do you know what I mean? Itchy Figure says, Dad, as I said, YouTube is a metric measurement. The Ajax have 970,000 subscribers. Rangers and Celtic have 170,000 each. Well, that could be a good metric. But then again, I look at Instagram followers and like every Premier League team has double Rangers and Celtic. So I don't think that's always a good metric, a social media following. But let me have a look at Crystal Palace, for instance, YouTube. See if that would marry up. Because Crystal Palace aren't bigger than Rangers or Celtic. Let's just have a look at their YouTube subscribers quick. See, they've got 191,000 subscribers, which makes me think like that can always be a bit of an offset in terms of discussing metrics. As I say, Palace, and then Palace have also got like million YouTube followers, I think. But that's because a lot of people, Premier League fans, just follow them on Instagram. It's like Norwich, I think, have more followers than... Yeah, 1.4 million on Instagram, Crystal Palace have. So sometimes you can't always go by the social media metrics. More commentary, less live. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm getting too involved with the live chat. Anyway, Rangers coming down that left-hand side. Blackpool now getting onto it. And the flag goes up there on that right-hand side as it goes out of play. And out for a sort of free kick here to Rangers. McGregor gets onto it. Now here comes lunch. Sorry, I didn't even check the substitutions. I'm well behind. I've got two into this debate with the on the live chat. So sorry for the guys that listen in the commentary. I'll just go through the updated team lineups for the second half, if there is any. I don't think much has changed, to be perfectly honest with you. I think it's still the same. No substitutions just yet. Oh, Blackpool just trying to get onto it there. Chased down there by Rangers. And that's going to go out for a goal kick. Sure, there'll be a bit more. Oh, sorry, that ticker's gone mental as well. Here come Rangers again. Looking to try and get away there from Ryan Kent. Now Blackpool looking to try and get an equaliser here as they come forward yet again. Now here comes Arfield. Arfield forward. No, that's to answer your question there, Daniel MC, about pubs. No, I've not, but I've never seen a Barcelona pub either when I was on holiday. I've never seen a Real Madrid pub when I've been on holiday either, so. Yeah, 1-0 to the Jazz. Jazz doing it, doing the business. Barisic, fantastic finish, by the way. Really, really good goal. Now down that left-hand side once more. Here comes Barisic again. Now into the middle of the park is John Lundstrom. Where's that Lundstrom? No, sorry, it's Davis. I think Lundstrom's off the park. Back through to Davis once more. Long ball over the pinged over to that right-hand side for Rangers. Blocked there again by Blackpool, but Rangers managing to get it to another blue jersey. Here's Sands. Sands moving forward. Interesting to see what happens with Sands. He's not really set the world alight, I don't think, just yet. But he's got another year to prove himself before Rangers make a decision on whether to buy him permanently. He's back out again. Goes back out for another corner kick now here for Rangers. Can Rangers find another goal? There's an Aberdeen bar in Spain. Jesus me, I wouldn't go there on my holidays. That would be crap, wouldn't it? Imagine going there on holiday. Jesus, an Aberdeen bar. Whew. Nice pass there again from Tavernet. Sorry, Galton. Here's Kent. Kent now down to that left-hand side here for Barris. It's Kent with a shot. Oh! Speaking about his finishing there, that was some pop there by Ryan Kent from distance. And that just goes over and out. And that's going to go up for another corner here for Rangers. Great shot there by Kent. Good save as well, though, by the goalkeeper. Sell-on clause is key. Sell-on clause is key, Dan. Yeah, I think so. Oh, cleared it away there once again by Blackpool. Sell-on clause is key. Yeah, I think so. But depending on who he goes to, if he goes to Ajax, it's imperative. But I don't think they do that, in their business model. I think they would rather offer a bit of money before doing that. But I think Rangers are going to make a bulk of substitutions here for the final half an hour. John Joe says, Bourne has been underrated by a lot of fans. This contributed to his low confidence. Yeah, I agree. Well, I think Rangers fans can be a slightly... I'm not saying everyone, Rangers fans, obviously. But some Rangers fans, I see on Twitter, so fickle. some of the Rangers fans on Twitter complain about absolutely everything. Someone doesn't take a shot, he's necessary, he's crap, or this, that, and the other. So, yeah, I don't always buy into the Rangers Twitter brigade as such, because, Jesus me, they're so fickle. So fickle. Some people are trying to get... some people were trying to get Ross Wilson hung outside Ibrox for not making any signings. Now he's a hero after making, 4 or 5 signings straight away. So sometimes things that people wonder, that takes a bit of time for some players to get adjusted and stuff like that. But you just got to relax. Look, if the Rangers Twitter brigade had their way with John Lundstrom, he would have been... he would have been hung from the main stand. Give him a bit of time, and now he's one of Rangers' best players. So these things happen, Sometimes it takes a little bit of time. Not everyone's going to hit the ground running in the first pre-season match. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, anyway, substitutions have been made, guys. Montando's coming on. Lawrence is also on. John Suter's on. That Rangers support's fantastic out there in Blackpool. Unbelievable. Come in their absolute numbers. To be fair, I was one of them guys that was saying, John Lundstrom, he didn't really impress me at the start. And I didn't mean get him out of the club sort of thing. I just sort of said, he hasn't really impressed me, really. But he's, give him time and he's been fantastic. Sometimes it can be hard for a young player going into that atmosphere sometimes. And, oh, he's crap or whatever. 50,000 people go, oh, he's actually rubbish. Goes back out of play. 25 minutes left to play here in Blackpool. Still Blackpool 0, Rangers 1. The goal came from Borna Barisic. Yeah, no middle ground at Rangers. It's either brilliant or rubbish. Yeah, agree. Oh, nice little tackle there. Rangers on the advance again. Here's a chance now for Arfield. And the shot tries to get taken, but cleared away. Good look at Suter now playing. And also a chance to look at Tom Lawrence. A chance to look at Matando. Obviously, Malik not here just yet. He just signed yesterday. And Davis now with a 3 kick. Now Davis can line this one up from a free kick. How are you liking Scotland, Dan? Yeah, I like it. I mean, as I say, my family are all Scottish and stuff like that. My only gripe with Scotland as such is there's no summer. Literally no summer. It's cold all the time, even in the sun. Like, it's grey skies right outside my window now. Whereas where I'm usually from, man, it's a nice hot weather. I need that summer. Here comes Blackpool again. Forward, blocked there by Rangers once more. Fires it through once more. Ah, 25 is the hottest I can bear. Yeah, but it would be good if it was 25 any of these days, man. Oh, Rangers making a mistake. Here's a chance for Blackpool. Good clearance there again from Rangers. Good block that. And chips it over and it's cleared away. Well, am I listening to a Blackpool TV commentary here? Yeah, they're like literally such biased commentators. Ooh. Oh. Decent chance by them again. Good little block there again from Rangers. I think it was Katic getting in the way of that one. Katic maybe the forgotten man after that injury of Rangers won the league. Then last season was sent out on loan. It's been 2 years really since he showed what he's capable of. He's definitely beefing up since he last sort of played for Rangers. What position is Mantondo playing? I haven't actually had a little look at him yet. I haven't seen him. But defender, let me just try and see. 2 seconds. Here come Rangers down the left-hand side now. Nice little pass. I think he's out on the right, actually, Mantondo. I see him get a little bit of a run. Nice little pass. Arfield. Nice switch play down that right side. And now here he comes, Mantondo. Tries to get it over. That goes out for a corner kick. Now here again. Mark White says, Arbroath the best team in Scotland. Unlucky not to get promoted last year, to be fair. Came fairly close. Kind of glad I haven't got to go to that stadium. That'd be a place where you'd drop a lot of points just because of the weather there. Ball into the box now again from Rangers. And that gets headed away there by Blackpool. It's been a good test for Rangers so far. Another 20 minutes to go here, though, in Blackpool. Long ball pinged over the top there from Rangers. Thank you, Stephen Moorhead. Here comes Blackpool once more. As they come down the left-hand side. Rangers just trying to close them down. Cleared away again there from Blackpool. Now Blackpool having a chance to go forward as they look to try and eye up an equaliser. Here's a good chance for them. He's made a run and good clearance again there from Rangers. And now here comes Katic. Katic with a nice little 1-2 as Rangers back in possession as they look to go the other way. Coming down this right-hand side, looking to allow Mantondo go. And here we go. We're going to see some pace here from him. Rapid ball down that right-hand side by him. Takes a shot maybe. And, oh, he just couldn't quite think of it. Decent little run there from Rangers' new boy. Pinged it back down that left-hand side here again. Rangers forward. Davis. Lawrence. Good bit of play there from Rangers again. Blocked by Blackpool, though. Who scored? It was Bassey. Sean Heaton says, Rangers signings are pound shop bargains, FFS. Yeah, but mate, that's what it's all about. I mean, if you look at... I like when Rangers sign these nobodies, man, because what's the point? All the big names always go Pete Tong. They always go Pete Tong. Look at Celtic, McCarthy, Duffy, all these names. Rangers, Ramsey. You know, it's always the boys that you buy for 300k, or as you say, from pound shops. Joe Aribo, Calvin Bassey, Morelos, Kamara, all these players that turn out to be the best players. So I have no problem buying unknown players. I prefer it, to be honest, because they don't come with an ego and they don't come with too much expectation. They can just learn, develop and thrive, and then yeah, you just unearth these gems. So I'm happy. I'm happy with that, man. Doesn't bother me. Here come Blackpool again. Blackpool down that right-hand side. Cleared away again there from Rangers. Goes out for a throw in here to the home side as they look to try and find an equaliser here. It's 71 minutes played. 19 minutes to go. Cleared away by Blackpool once more. Head over that left-hand side there again from Blackpool. Ball goes out to that other side and Rangers giving it a chase. Duffy is a G, says Billy. Oh, Blackpool there with a chance, and that just goes wide. For those of you wondering why I'm wearing an Ajax shirt, I'm representing Calvin Bassey. I'm not representing Ajax. I'm representing Calvin Bassey. I'm interested to see how that story is going. And now Blackpool making some substitutions here. Shane went back to Brighton and played a Stormer. Yeah, I'm not saying he's not a bad player, but I'm saying what did he do for Celtic, though? Do you know what I mean? Same with Ramsey. Ramsey could have a really, really good season in Juventus this year. You never know, but he didn't really impress. To be fair, I think Ramsey could have been a decent signing for Rangers, just for the money and the thing. Bassey in London for medical by Ajax, is he? Well, surely it's not £19 million agreed. Mm-hmm. Nah, he's not going for a medical, man. I think that's just a rumour, buddy. Is that rumour, Zari? Yeah, no, Ajax have submitted a bid. Here come Rangers again now, and that's cleared away by Blackpool again. Another chance there by Montando. Looking good, looking good. First 4 or 5 minutes on that right-hand side. I think he's going to cause problems for opposition. Really, really good there again from him. Gets a shot away. That's what you're after, boys. That's what you're bloody after. Someone to do something a bit special. He looks really good. Just cuts in a couple of players. You're like, yes, he's the biggest player ever. He's the best player ever. This is what you want to see there. A bit of something. You know what I mean? I didn't want him to be a headless chicken, but I think, yeah, he could go again, Montando. Thoughts on Man United? Man United. Then I don't think it's as bad as a problem that everyone makes out to be. I think Man United, I give them a dark horse to finish 4th next season, or even finish in the top 3. Heard it here first. I don't think it's as bad. I think Ten Hag's a fantastic coach, and we're coming back to Ajax again, but did a fantastic job of Ajax. The way he's coaching, the way he coaches players, I think that's what Manchester United have missed for so many years, is a decent coach. Because they've got a great squad, just haven't got a decent coach. And I think they've got that now with Ten Hag, so it'll be interesting to see. Here come Rangers again now of Katic. Katic forward, over the top now, down that right-hand side. Down that right-hand side now again from McLaughlin. McLaughlin forward, nice little pass there by Rangers again. Yeah, he's not done anything wrong, but he's not been very good, has he? McCarthy. I mean, you see McCarthy in the team sheet and it doesn't exactly give you shivers, does it? I don't think he's... He just came, I think that was a Celtic board signing. They just like the romanticism of it. He's a Glasgow boy, supports Celtic. It was his dream come true to sign there in his last few years. You know, it was just one of them signings, really. I don't think they really looked at it as an actual good signing. Here come Rangers now with a corner. Oh, Katic there with a header. Oh, follow up. And there we go. There's a goal from Rangers. It's 2-0. And who's that? Who's that? McMahon. Oh, what a goal there from Rangers. 2-0 up. Cracker. Who was that? I think it was one of the young boys. Who was that? Good finish there, by the way. Who was it? Can't see who it is. Have a little look on Twitter. Oh, it was McCann. Charlie McCann. Yeah, Charlie McCann. Cracking little finish there. Volley, bang, right into that left-hand corner. Great finish there by McCann. And Rangers are 2-0 to the good here in Blackpool and are close to their first pre-season win match of the season. I'm liking, do you know what? I'll give the Rangers youth team so good. And this is sometimes why I'm looking at it as well in terms of, it was Charlie McCann. I'm looking at as in, I hope Rangers can maybe get some of these boys in. I know it's great all and well buying new players, but I think some of these young boys could do a job next season. You know, adding a bit of depth, get them playing some games next season. Be really, really good. Cracking finish, though. Cracking finish there by McCann. Cracking. Another chance now here for Davis. I want to see Montando get on. We get Mantundu getting the get onto the app, man. He looks like a top player, man. Said a couple minutes of him, I'm happy already. He looks good. He looks good. Here's Blackpool once more. See down that left-hand side there, Blackpool. And Blackpool looking to try and find a goal back in this game as we go into the last 10 minutes here. Cleared away by Rangers again. But I've liked what I've seen from the first, I say pre-season match number one. I've liked what I've seen. Now here comes Middleton. Look, Middleton was a young prospect at Rangers. In terms of, he got a lot of game time under Gerrard in that first season. Then he looked really promising. Does anyone not think he looked really promising when he was in the team? When he was playing with Gerrard, I don't know how his career kind of just spun out of control there from Middleton. He came in at 18. He looked really, really good. And he ended up going on loan about 3 or 4 times. And now look at him. Hopefully he can maybe kick on, but don't know. We'll see. If the youth team keeps producing like this, we could turn into Ajax. Yeah, I mean, it's great to see the youth team working, but Rangers need to bring more players into their first team and actually playing. Like, they actually bring in all their players are from their youth product. Do you know what I mean? They're always developing those players. They've got a constant conveyor belt where they just hoover all the talent around Europe. Missed it. Who scored? It was Charlie McCann. Blackpool now have a corner kick. Headed away there by Rangers. Another 10 minutes to go. I think Rangers' next preseason game is West Ham during the week. But we've got another game coming for you. Sorry, on Monday. Rangers fans, get this one booked in. We've got Champions League draw on Monday. So, yeah, stick around for that one on Monday. That'll be a decent live stream we'll do. Then it's Rangers versus West Ham. Legia Warsaw v Celtic. And then there's also Rangers versus Spurs. And then it's the start of the season. Livy versus Rangers on that first game of the season at the Tony Macaroni. It's good to get that a bit of a tough game out of the way. Do you know what I mean? At the Macaroni. The place is tough. Martin White says Lowry is on chance to break through. Well, there's reports that he's going on loan. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. West Ham will be a big test. Yeah, that'll be a bit of a tough one. Arfield. West Ham will pump Rangers. Not necessarily. Are you doing the stream for the Champions League draw, mate? Yes, I am, buddy. I can't wait for it. I love it. Hopefully avoid Monaco. Who's the other team? So it's Union Saint-Galais. Oh, it's an Austrian side as well. And then I think either Midtjylland or somebody like that. So, yeah. Who scored? It was Charlie McCann. Charlie McCann and Barisic. Great atmosphere, though, here. Rangers fans really setting the precedent. 7 minutes to go in this one, troops. Blackpool 0, Rangers 2. Goals from Barisic and Charlie McCann. Ball down that right-hand side. Was it Sturmgarts? Yeah, that's right. That's right. Sturmgarts. Yeah, it is Stormgratz. Stormgratz. Yeah, he decided to play this game before he got dark. Yeah, it's Sunderland. Ball forward again now from Rangers. Blocks there once more. Now that goes out for a free kick. Davis. Rangers playing along that back line again. And then just couldn't quite get onto it there that time. Sturmgratz. 5 minutes to go here. Rangers 2-0 up. Who's on the fence? Half the Rangers fans think they're English. No, I don't think they do, to be honest. I think Rangers fans just like the union, don't they? They like they just like how it is, the UK, like all united together. But I think most Rangers fans identify as Scottish. Well, all do, really. Except for me, because I'm an English one. Ball forward again now from Rangers. Is there another goal in this side towards the end? Arfield. It's Blackpool now with a chance. Oh, there's a block there by Rangers again. Playing along that left-hand side here, Blackpool. Chance for them. Brian Wilson, he loves it, mate. Loves it. Blackpool are giving the chase now, though, as they come forward again. 3 minutes to go here. I love how it's majority of the same conversations on these live streams every week. But either way, we'll have another conversation about this on Monday, guys. The next stream's going to be on Monday when we find out who the Jazz get in the Champions League. Hopefully the start of a special journey and not a repeat of last season. Thank you, Babobi Bible Eater. Ball forward, and it's going for a Blackpool corner kick. Rangers fans so good today in this match. Oh, Blackpool now with a goal, and they've got a goal back in this game. Poor defending there from Rangers, actually. And it's 2-1 there to Blackpool. And yeah, well, we might have a bit of a nervy ending. Just getting caught there. Good bit of play by Blackpool, to be fair. And ball in the back of the net there again. Two on Blackpool. Oh, sorry, 2-1 Rangers. Blackpool chucking some flares onto the park. And we're back underway. This is a last minute, and there might be a bit of stoppage time towards the end of it, guys. But it's 2-1 in this game. Hopefully Rangers don't lose this one. I know it's friendly, but, you know, whatever. Here's McLaughlin. Down that left-hand side here again from Rangers. Down that right side now is Montando. Can he give it another run here for Rangers? Nice little 1-2 there with him again. Middleton was there. Rangers win themselves a throw-in. Must we approve it to the 90-minute mark. Big throw in there again. And how much stoppage time is going to be added on? That's the question. Long ball there by Rangers down the left-hand side. And there we go. Full time here. Rangers get off to a start with a 2-1 win. To the lead by 2 goals with Barisic and Charlie McCann. And then what's their faces? Blackpool managed to get a goal back right at the end of the match. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I will be back for the Champions League qualifiers later on Monday. The draw for the qualifiers. Then we'll be back for Rangers versus West Ham. Guys, look after yourselves, and I'll keep you up to date with all the news that is happening with regards to the Calvin Bassey story. And yeah, troops, I'll see you all very, very soon.